the Honorable Minister of Water Resources and Sanitation, Engineer Professor Joseph Telugu Utsev, Fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers.
I was very happy when we were told that I've given only 25 minutes to address this gathering. But I want to promise you that this is not the only venue. I have a date with channels, NTA and TVC to address the nation on the activities of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in the Ministry of Water Resources and Sanitation. So there is no problem. I want to thank the Minister for Information and National Orientation, the Honorable Minister for Works, Honorable Minister for Arts, Culture, and Creative Economy, the Honorable Minister of State for Works, the Special Advisor to the President, my permanent secretary and other permanent secretaries here present, directors, the press, ladies and gentlemen. We are from the Ministry of Water Resources and Sanitation. We are here to present an update of the activities of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu within the last 2 years. When the president was campaigning, he made promises to enhance the well-living of Nigerians. And in his Renew Hope agenda, he brought about top 8 priorities, among which are to boost food production, to end poverty, to create jobs, to enhance the economy of the nation, and this government will be an inclusive government, among others. And we from the Ministry of Water Resources and Sanitation, we are saddled with the responsibility of developing, implementing policies, programs, and projects that will enable us meet and sustain the access to safe and sufficient water in order to meet the social, cultural, environmental, and economic development needs of all Nigerians. And in doing that, there are basically 4 sub-sectors that we are achieving this target. One of them is the dams and hydropower sub-sector. We have the water supply sub-sector, the irrigation sub-sector, and sanitation sub-sector. So these are the basic 4 sub-sectors that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is delivering the evidence of democracy to Nigeria through our ministry. So in the sub-sector of dams and hydropower, we have actually successfully completed 3 dams and we have commissioned them, and as we are talking now, we have made them available for usage for the residents. One of them is the Rafin Yashim Multipurpose Dam in Niger State, which has since been commissioned in November 2023 and is supplying about 3,700 cubic meters of water for irrigation, water supply, and flood control. The second one is the Odo Ape Dam in Kogi State. That was also commissioned in February 2024. And it has a capacity of about 3.5 million cubic meters of water that is supplying, and is serving about 2,800 farmers. And they are using this water maximally in the production of about 3,000 metric tons of grains. The third one is the Amla Otupo Dam in Benue State, which has been completed since September 2023. When we came on board, there are several of our infrastructure that were abandoned. Some of them were obsolete. So when we came on board, by the directives of Mr. President, we took a tour of all the 50 agencies that we have in the country to ascertain their successes and challenges, and to put in place what can make life meaningful to Nigerians. In the area of private public-private partnership, we are able to concession the 40 megawatts Kashimbila hydropower and then the Kashimbila integrated cargo agro island airport. We have done this, and the aim of this was not only to generate revenue for government, but basically to make access for the transportation of our agricultural inputs to the market, and also to make available additional power supply to the environment, and also for other cottage industries to be made available within the vicinity. We have also in the process of concessioning about 460 megawatts Kashna Ala and 20 megawatts Faridowa in Benue and Nasarawa respectively. Through the concession process, we are able to make available 7.12 billion as revenue into the special concession account of the federal government to the 40 megawatts Kashimbila hydropower. Series of projects have also been accomplished. In the irrigation subsector. In the irrigation subsector, which is very key in creating jobs, boosting food production, and making our government an inclusive one. We have completed the baccalaureate irrigation project in Zamfara State. We have also completed and commissioned the Dadin Kowa irrigation project in Gombe State, which is designed to irrigate about 2,100 hectares of farmland. And this has been made available to farmers to cultivation. There are a series of micro irrigation projects that we have carried out. One at Igbo Gidigidi in Ipapu, in Oyo State. We have other ones in Gari, in Jigawa State, and numerous of them scattered around the country. Due to lack of time, I will be brief on mentioning some of those things. In the water supply subsector, we are able to complete about 7 key water projects, which we have commissioned. One of them is the water project at Brinu Kudu community in Jigawa State, which is serving about 500 households. The second one is the Potuskum, the Potuskum water supply scheme, which we have also completed. We have the Gashua water supply project in Yobe, which has a capacity of about 3,200 million liters per day, which is serving over 1 million people in Yobe. That which we have just commissioned about 2 weeks ago. We also, in our course to go around the country for our Clean Nigeria Use the Toilet campaign, we discovered that the camp, the NYC camp we have at Kuba has challenge of water. So I sent my people, our technical people, swiftly went to that camp and identified the challenge. And we have constructed a heavy water supply scheme there that is serving the camp and the people that are living within that particular camp. There are several other projects which we have constructed. We have the Gombe Regional Water Supply Scheme, which is about 100% completed, awaiting commissioning. We have written to Mr. President to give us the date so that we can, here we go and commission that particular project. And the people of Gombe State, they are very, very happy with what Mr. President is doing for the people of Gombe State. And this is going to serve over 2 million people. We have the Damaturu Water Supply Scheme in Yobe State. We also have the Nguru Water Supply Scheme also in Yobe, which are at 90 and 95% completion respectively, which each of them will serve about 500,000 people. We are also collaborating with the subnationals. This government is an inclusive government as promised by Mr. President. So we're making it an inclusive government. We are collaborating with the subnationals, that is at the state level, and also with our development partners. That is what the ministry is doing. And there are several programs which the ministry is using in reaching out to the good people of Nigerians. One of the programs is the P-Wash program, which is Partnership for Expanded Water Supply, Sanitation and Hygiene. The second one is a Sustainable Urban Rural Water Supply, Sanitation and Hygiene. And the third one is the African Development Bank Support Program. All these three programs we are using to reach out to the grassroots in terms of supplying water and other sanitation facilities to all Nigerians. And so we have successfully completed about 628 water supply schemes, which has been constructed, and this is serving about 451,670 persons across the country. In the area of sanitation, when we came on board, we discovered that the program, the Clean Nigeria Use the Toilet campaign, recorded about 102 local governments that are open defecation free. So what we did was that let us bring some strategies on ground to see how we can fast track this campaign. And one of the initiatives we brought on ground was to bring other languages also in place. We developed jingles in different languages. One of them is apart from the English, we developed jingles in Pidgin, in Igbo, Hausa, and Yoruba languages, so that this will filter to the grassroots. There are several people that have toilets in their homes, in their offices. But the culture of using this toilets effectively to some people is a challenge. So we need that sensitization to reach out to these people, apart from constructing these toilets for them. And by doing that, we also launch the revised Clean Nigeria campaign implementation strategy. This strategy will enable us, as we are talking now, we are visiting communities, institutions, the churches, the mosques. About 3 weeks ago, we are at the Central Mosque here in Abuja. We also visited some churches here. And as we are talking now, some of our people are at the field, some are in Taraba State, some are in Benue State, some are in other parts of the country, giving that sensitization. And this is yielding fruits. Now we have gained additional 40 local government. And by the end of this year, from the analysis and the assessment that is ongoing, our target is to make Nigeria an open defecation-free nation by the year 2030. But we are trusting that before that year, Nigeria will be completely and totally open defecation-free. By the end of this year, we are believing that out of the 774 local governments in Nigeria, we should be getting half of that from the assessment and analysis that our field people and our desk officers at the state level are giving us. We are also constructing sanitation facilities. So far, we have constructed additional 159, and about 38 are also in the pipeline, in addition to those ones that have earmarked in the 2025 budget to construct. Late last year, we have a challenge of flooding. Flooding has been a recurrent challenge in our country, Nigeria. So last year, among the communities that were faced with flooding in Nigeria was Maiduguri in Borno State, where there was an overflow of Alao Dam, which caused a lot of destruction of properties and lives in Maiduguri. And because of that, we visited Maiduguri town. Mr. President himself abandoned his other official duties and visited Maiduguri. So coming back, we assessed, and I gave a report to the Federal Executive Council, where a technical committee was set to assess not only Alao Dam, but all the dams in the country. So this assessment is ongoing. At the moment, we are able to complete the assessment of Alao Dam, and reports has been given. The Federal Executive Council, under the leadership of Mr. President, has approved funds for the reconstruction and upgrade of this Alao Dam. Originally, Alao Dam was only supplying water to the people of Maiduguri State. But with this upgrade, when constructed, it will have the capacity of irrigating the vicinity and also putting in place the hydropower potentials. We are also carrying out study and design of several dams in Nigeria, among which I want to specifically mention is the Dase Hausa Dam in Adamawa. We are very, very concerned with Dase Hausa Dam in Adamawa because there are releases from Lado Dam from Cameroon. And when this water comes, it affects the entire country. The entire country in the sense that the whole of the Benue Trop is being affected. So what we are doing now, we have completed a study and design of this Dase Hausa Dam. We are at the stage of procuring a transaction advisor, which will enable us carry out the construction of the Dase Hausa Dam. And when this is being constructed, it will act as a buffer dam to the Lado Dam that will curtail the water that comes out of that Lado Dam. And this water, we intend that it will be used for irrigation, because we have a vast of land over there that we can use this dam to irrigate our country. We're also going to use this dam for water supply in addition to the hydropower development that we're going to put in place to provide additional hydropower source to our national grid. And at the same time, it will also control the flooding that occurs along the Benue Trop. There are other several projects that we have on ground that are the verge of completion. We have the Mango Dam in Plateau State, the Obese Dam in Ekiti State. We also have the Kashimbila Multipurpose Dam in Taraba State. The Kashimbila Dam, the dam and hydropower component has actually been completed, so we are working on the water supply and irrigation component, because in order to achieve boosting food production, creating jobs for our teeming population, that irrigation component is very, very key. And that is the reason why we are trying to upgrade our dams so that it can take care of the irrigation components that will help and revive the economy of our country. So there are several dams that are the verge of completion. We have the Irawo Dam in Oyo State, the Monkin Dam in Taraba State, the Nkari Dam in Akwa Ibom State, Adada Dam in Enugu State, the Ngawa Dalaji Dam in Katsina State, Otupo Multipurpose Dam in Benue State, Jare Air Dam in Katsina, Kontagora, in Niger State, the Ogenahaji, the Lev Dam in Osun State, the Farinruwa in Nasarawa State, the Galma Dam in Kaduna State. All these dams are at various stages of completion. And we are working assiduously to complete these dams and make them usable to our farmers for cultivation. In the area of irrigation, we also have series of irrigation projects that are ongoing at the verge of completion. We have the Middle Rima Valley Irrigation Project in Sokoto State. We also have the Tada Shanga Irrigation Project in Kwara State, the Middle Ogun Irrigation Project in Isei, Oyo State, the Lower Ogun Irrigation Project in Ogun State, the Chochi Irrigation Project. All these projects with numerous These micro projects, we have identified some communities around the country, and we are putting in place these micro irrigation projects so that it will be used, it will first of all generate employment. It will also make it be an inclusive government, whereby we are inviting the private sector to also come in. We have prepared this land, making them available for our private sector to come in and also key into the project we have. We can give you the technical expertise that you need. You bring in your finances, you make the land available for you, and you cultivate and make food available for Nigerians. So there are many, many of these projects that are ongoing. We have a program called the Trimming Project. The Trimming Project which has yielded so much fruit in the country. And to succeed this trimming project is the SPIN project, that is Sustainable Power and Irrigation in Nigeria. This project, we are collaborating with the World Bank. And the aim of this project is to rehabilitate and modernize all our selected dams and irrigation projects in Nigeria. And by this, the aim of this project is to boost food production, to create more, to develop more power supply. And the challenges that maybe some villages we are having, some communities we are having in this country, we don't have, that doesn't have the power supply. These dams, when we make them available in the villages where there are no national power, this can augment the power that Mr. President is putting in place for the good people of Nigeria. So this program at the moment have met the states that have made the criteria: Adamawa State, Bauchi, Benue, Borno, Delta, Ebonyi, Ekiti, Enugu, Gombe, Jigawa, Kaduna, Kano, Katsina, Kebbi, Nasarawa, Niger, Plateau, Sokoto, Yobe, and Zamfara State. So these states have met the criteria to be part of this SPIN project, and we have inaugurated the steering committee. The project management unit has also been inaugurated, and by the beginning of July, this project is going to be in earnest kickstarting. There are other several projects, water projects that are ongoing, several of them in different parts of the country that are ongoing. Because of lack of time, I will not be mentioning them one by one, but as I earlier said, I'm going to appear on channels and other television to enlighten, give more brief on the details of some of these projects that we have. We have also flagged 4 very important water projects. One of them is the Greater Utsev Water Supply Project in Jigawa State. We have also flagged up the rehabilitation and upgrading of Buruku Boko Water Supply Project in Ambaladu in Benue State, among other projects that we have flagged up. These are one of the numerous achievements that we have gained. Through our agencies, the river basins, which are saddled with the responsibility of achieving Mr. President's mandate, we are working assiduously in the area of irrigation, water supply, boosting power. At the moment, we have made available 395,624 hectares of land that are available for irrigation, out of which 154,000 hectares has been developed already for irrigation, and 1,658,576 farmers have already been engaged in the irrigation project. We want to sincerely thank the President for the appointment of the board and executive management team of our 12 river basins, which we have done the retreat for them, and we are also engaging with the state government to reclaim the land that we are encroached by some private sectors and also by government at various sectors. So that by the time we gain this land bank, we can invite the private sector and other farmers also come in and benefit from the numerous programs that we have. Through the Nigerian Integrated Water Resources Management, we are able to issue about 24 licenses to our water users, out of which 45 are on process, and Nigeria have also gained about 104.64 million, which is being generated from the revenue that we have gotten from these licenses. This is between 2023 and 2024. The update from 2024 to 2025 out of dates will be given as we generate the statement of our account. Through our National Water Resources Institute, we are developing training, manpower, also in research. And so far, we are able to graduate people in our training, and we are also training people in our water resources skills in order to make them viable in our society to carry out the practices that we have in the country. Through the Nigerian Hydrological Service Agency also, we have been giving warnings to Nigerians through our AFO. We have launched the 2023, 2024, and 2025, and we have listed the states, local government that are liable for flooding. And for 2025, we have also done that. And to mitigate the challenges that will come with this flooding, we have also, through our radios and televisions, a series of jingles that are ongoing, sensitizing Nigerians of the effect and the things that we should put in place to mitigate the challenge that will come with flooding. And we're also collaborating with many MDAs and state government in trying to combat the challenges of this flooding in the country. Series of projects that we have that we're about to commission, the Damaturu Water Supply Scheme in Damaturu, the Gwembe, the Mango series. We have about 78 drip irrigation projects we are going to commission in this year. We also had the Fairua water project, we had the Opela water supply scheme, Mbise, Damaturu, the water supply in Bauchi. Series of them that we are going to commission in the year 2025. And we are working, we are liaising with schools, head public places to combat the issue of open defecation in Nigeria. We want to sincerely thank Mr. President for his support to the Ministry of Water Resources and Sanitation. We commend all critical stakeholders, federal government MDs, the state and local government, our development partners that are funding, that are supporting us in terms of technical expertise, and that are working with us to implement our programs and projects in the water and sanitation sector. We want to deeply appreciate the Minister of Information and his team for putting this in place. And as I earlier said, we'll be coming back to unveil some of the important and very meaningful projects that the ministry is doing through relevant stakeholders to achieve the targets set by the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration in the areas of irrigated agricultural landscape, boosting food production, alleviating poverty, creating jobs, and propelling the economic growth and development of our country. I thank you all, and God bless you.